Hello everyone, it's Sandra and welcome to today's video. It's time for empties and new products. It's been a while since I've done one of these and products have been accumulating. And if you are new here, Empties and New Products is a long-standing series that I've been doing on my channel. It's essentially a mixture between an empties video and a haul video. I show you the products that I have used up and the new products that have taken their place. As always, there's a little bit of everything, some makeup, a lot of skincare, and some miscellaneous body care / hair care items, which is what I'm going to start with today. The first empty is the Davines Oil Hand Balm, and it was very thick and very nourishing, but not greasy. It did sink in right away. The scent was really odd. I didn't hate it, but I wasn't crazy about it either. It almost reminded me of marzipan in a way. Not something that I need to run out and repurchase right away. Something that I did run out and repurchase right away because it was gone for a while was the Soft Services Overnight Retinol Hand Treatment, the Theraplush. This was incredible when it first launched. I think it first launched maybe a couple years ago. Unfortunately, they had some problems with the formula, so then they kind of discontinued it. And they've been working on reformulating it for the past year, and it was finally ready and they brought it back. So this is, as the name suggests, an overnight retinol hand treatment. It looks incredibly chic and it has this really cool pump mechanism and it's refillable. Afterwards, you just buy little pods that you can put in here and refill your packaging. So not only does it look super chic and super sleek, it is an incredibly effective overnight hand treatment. It contains colloidal oatmeal, it contains panthenol, so it is very soothing and moisturizing, but again, it's not thick, it's not greasy at all, it sinks in quickly. And if you were familiar with the old version of this, the packaging was like a dark gray. I actually prefer this new light yellow color. And the old formula wasn't as silky. They also improved the scent. This is an unscented product, there's no added fragrance, but the old one kind of smelled a little bit like yogurt, which didn't bother me, but some people really didn't like that. Now, it honestly doesn't smell like anything. It just smells like an unscented lotion. If you use this nightly, you will start seeing results within the first couple of weeks of using it. It really helps with the cuticles. It helps keep my cuticles nice and hydrated and nice and smooth. Everything looks great when I am diligent with my overnight hand treatment application. They're coming to Sephora, which is great. I usually order from their website, but if you are a Sephora lover, if you shop at Sephora a lot, it's really nice to be able to have access to this brand. This is my favorite body care brand. Think of it as like the funner little sister of Necessaire. Necessaire is another really great body care brand. It's very chic, it's very elevated. Next up, I have a couple of dry shampoo empties, and it probably took a year for me to use up each one of these. I used to be such a dry shampoo fiend. Over the past couple of years, I haven't been relying so heavily on dry shampoo, but I still do like to have a dry shampoo on hand. It is very convenient to have. So these two were great. I didn't really notice a difference in terms of performance between them. They were both equally as great. The Kerastase Fresh Affair Refreshing Dry Shampoo and the Amika Perk Up Dry Shampoo. This had a very strong fruity floral scent, and this also had a very strong, again, floral scent. I wasn't crazy about the scent of either, but I didn't hate it enough to make me stop using them. So that's that. But I have to say that I love the new dry shampoo that I bought that I'm currently using even more. And it's the Crown Affair Dry Shampoo. This comes in, it's almost like a setting powder. It's a loose powder dry shampoo. It comes with this little brush. I absolutely love the scent of Crown Affair products. It's my kind of scent. It's fresh and it's woody. It's in the same scent family as Byredo Ball d'Afrique, right? There's a little bit of freshness, a little bit of citrus, a little bit of woodiness. So I'm a big fan of the scent of Crown Affair products, and I love this. It is a little bit messy. I have not traveled with this The pro is that if you do travel with it, since it's a solid, it doesn't really go against the liquid restrictions. I do wish they would redesign the packaging a little bit and include some type of stopper so powder just doesn't go everywhere. I do have to be careful if you drop this, and if it like flips over, then you have to be careful because when you open it, the powder is going to explode everywhere. But I love the fact that you have a brush and you just get so much control over where to apply. I can really just focus this on the roots. I can dab, 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 massage it in, and it works right away. It just soaks up all the oil. It doesn't leave any residue, any white residue in my dark hair. It smells really good. It hasn't made my scalp feel itchy at all. It's just been wonderful. Next up, let's talk cleansers. I basically have 3 different types of cleansers on rotation. The first is an oil-based cleanser, whether it's a solid balm or a liquid oil. That's my favorite method for removing my makeup in the evening. The second is a cream cleanser. In the winter, I like to have a cream cleanser on rotation because if my skin is feeling extra dry, extra dehydrated, or sensitive, it just needs a little bit of extra TLC. A cream cleanser is nice to have on hand for that. And then my everyday daily driver, a gel cleanser, something that's lightweight, that doesn't foam up, but that does effectively cleanse my skin and rinses clean with water. So those are the 3 types of cleansers I usually keep on hand. This is what I've used up. For the oil balm category, I used up a True Botanicals Ginger Turmeric Cleansing Balm. This was really nice. I really enjoyed the scent of this, a very zesty citrus ginger scent. Very effective at removing makeup. It was a very pleasant, luxurious cleansing experience. It rinsed clean with water and a warm washcloth. I really did enjoy this, and I would consider getting it again in the future. It was a very pleasant experience. The next 2 are products that I have repurchased multiple times over the years, and they're by Jordan Samuel Skin. We have the After Show Treatment Cleanser and the After Show Treatment Cleanser for sensitive skin. They're very similar in terms of texture and performance. It's a gel to oil type of cleanser. It is a bit thicker, and it does need a warm washcloth in order to remove it, because if I just use water to emulsify and to remove it, it leaves a bit of a film on the skin, but it never leaves my skin feeling stripped. It removes makeup beautifully. The main difference between the 2 is that the After Show Treatment Cleanser for sensitive skin doesn't have some of the like the fruit acids or fruit extracts. So this is completely unscented. This one does have a little bit of a very faint, very delicious, like tropical fruit scent just from the natural ingredients that are in it. I love both, to be honest. And the cool thing about these is that you can also mix them with a hydrating serum and do a little creamy concoction in your hand and apply it on your face and use it as a mask. The oil-based cleanser that I'm using right now to remove my makeup is this one from Florasis. I received this from the brand. So good, so effective. It reminds me a lot of the Tatcha Camellia Cleansing Oil, which is another fantastic cleansing oil. So if you like that one, check this one out. It has a slightly better price point. I really like the scent of it. It's funny. To me, this kind of smells like panettone. So I love panettone. It doesn't linger. It's non-offensive. It's a very faint scent. But if I had to describe the type of scent, I would liken it to panettone. It's a beautiful oil cleanser. Removes makeup like a dream. Rinses clean with just water. Even if I don't use a washcloth, I can still get it all off without needing a washcloth. So washcloth optional. Fantastic product. For gel cleansers, I have a Glossier Milky Jelly Cleanser. This is just a very nostalgic repurchase for me. This used to be my favorite water-based cleanser, but it has been dethroned by the Jordan Samuel Skin Matinee Gel Cleanser. This has been my favorite everyday gel cleanser for the last couple of years, 3 years now, ever since this launched. I love this. No fragrance, very gentle. It's a great first cleanse in the morning or second cleanse in the evening. It has a little bit of salicylic acid in it, so if you are acne prone, it will help kind of keep your pores decongested, and I just really love this. Nothing else to say about it. It's my go-to. Spoiler alert, I have repurchased it. For my cream cleanser option, I used up the Jordan Samuel Skin Matinee Cream Cleanser. Another great one. Another one that I've repurchased multiple times over the years. Then I used up this Alpyn Beauty Juneberry Collagen Hydrating Cream Cleanser. This was really, really nice. I enjoyed the scent of it. Like essential oil-ish type of scent, slightly fresh from the eucalyptus. I wasn't blown away by this. This did have little particles in it, kind of like exfoliating particles, but they weren't harsh at all. It was almost like little jojoba beads. They would kind of dissolve as you massaged your skin. So it was a fun sensory experience, but yeah, I wasn't super blown away by this, but it was fun. It was fun to switch it up. The cream cleanser that I'm using right now, I received in PR from the brand, and it's the Sachi Skin Saponins Cream Cleanser. This is beautiful. This is it's almost like a whipped, it has like an airy whipped texture, and it really cleanses the skin. I feel like I get a more thorough cleanse with this than I did with these. So if you're the type of person that, you know, you have drier skin or more dehydrated skin and you like a cream cleanser texture, but you also like your skin to actually feel very clean, you don't like cleansers that leave a hydrating residue behind, check this out. This is unique in terms of cream cleansers that I've tried in that it feels creamy. You get the hydrating, moisturizing, soothing benefits of a gentle cream cleanser, but you also get that clean skin feeling without being dry. Next up, hydrating face mist slash essences. I'm going to go from lightest texture to thickest. So I used up the Caudalie Grape Water Spray. This is something that I usually like to have on hand in the summertime. So this is an oldie from summer. It's great, just really nice and refreshing, soothing. You get a little bit of antioxidant action from the grape water, and it's just a really nice, lightweight, refreshing product. I also used up the Mieux Isocell Recovery Solution. This was fine. It was kind of sticky. Didn't love the mist. Nothing really to write home about. And this is the Iris and Romeo, the Reset Luminous Hyaluronic Serum Spray. This is definitely a hydrating serum in a spray form. This was a bit milky, a great winter product. If you're more dry, this is a great product to kind of have on hand year round. To me, this smelled like essential oils. I used up an old bottle of the La Mer treatment lotion. This was a beautiful essence loaded with antioxidants, loaded with extracts. It always just made my skin really plump and glowy and hydrated, but I hated paying for it because it's just too expensive. Then I discovered the HaruHaru Black Rice Hyaluronic Toner, the one that is fragrance-free for sensitive skin, and I loved it. I do multiple layers of this as needed. It just gives me the most beautiful hydrated glow. I love using this, especially in the winter. Having this in my routine has been wonderful. If you have more combination oily skin, but you do get dehydrated, especially in colder seasons, having something like this on hand makes such a difference in just kind of keeping your skin happy and keeping any flakiness at bay. And I have repurchased it, so can't be without it. It's amazing. Under $20. Most of the time it's under $15. It's always on sale somewhere. I also have a little essence fail. This was sent to me from the brand and unfortunately just isn't working for me. The Peach and Lily Wild Dew Treatment Essence. I'm sure this is great for some people. Honestly, reading the ingredients, it sounded great. There are some brightening ingredients, it's hydrating, but for some reason, this irritates my skin. It stings my skin when I apply it, and it also just gives me like little red bumps. So I'm not going to try and persist using it. I have this that works well for me no matter what. Moving on to moisturizers. Used up a classic, SkinCeuticals Triple Lipid Restore. I have lost count how many of these I've gone through. If you are very sensitive to essential oils, definitely skip this. I know some people love this, some people hate it, some people are indifferent. I just personally love this. This is my favorite heavier duty winter moisturizer. But I've also been playing around and experimenting with other moisturizers. The Tatcha Indigo Overnight Repair, I got the little travel size version of it from Sephora, and I really enjoyed this. This is lightweight, but it really packs a punch in terms of moisture and nourishment. Now, I didn't love it enough to buy a full size of it, but I would definitely buy the little one again and use it when I travel. Used up these two moisturizers from Paula's Choice, the Resist Barrier Repair Advanced Moisturizer. This is really nice, lightweight, lotion-like texture. No muss, no fuss. It was good. And then the Paula's Choice Calm Rescue and Repair Intensive Moisturizer. Now, this was a bit too much for my face, but I really, really loved using this on my neck. My neck is very, very, very sensitive, and a lot of the times I can't use the same moisturizer that I use on my face on my neck. Definitely it has a thicker texture than this, and it just felt so soothing. Really soothing, nourishing, moisturizing. So yeah, didn't love it on my face, but loved it on my neck and my chest. The last new moisturizer that I tried was this Josh Rosebrook Ultra Peptide Cream Facial Serum Concentrate. A lot of peptides, a lot of niacinamide. This broke out my neck, but this was nice to use on my face. Loved the texture of this. It was that perfect in between, very hydrating and nourishing, yet lightweight, and it almost set to a, just like a skin-like soft finish. It wasn't dewy, which, I don't know, I don't personally love that super dewy look on me. The only thing I didn't love about it is the scent. Again, there's no added fragrance in it. It just smells from the essential oils or ingredients in it. I really don't like it. It's very, very strong. And it's almost, I honestly can't put my finger on it. It's like some type of wood, maybe some jasmine. It's just very strong. And I don't like I don't mind a scent in my skincare. I'm not particularly sensitive to added fragrance or scents. And if this was a scent that I liked, it probably wouldn't bother me. But the fact that it was strong and I didn't love it is enough to just kind of make me not want to revisit. But in terms of the actual product, the actual moisturizer, the texture, the effects, they were really good. But I saved the best for last because I have discovered a new holy grail moisturizer over the last 6 months, and it's the Dew Air Angel. I used it up and then I repurchased it right away because I cannot be without this. This is my favorite moisturizer and I love everything about it. I love the bottle. It's very sleek. It's chic. I love that it's in a pump packaging, and it's the perfect moisturizer for somebody with oily combination skin. If you're acne prone, if you're dehydrated, this is fantastic. No fragrance, no added fragrance. It smells like the ingredients have a scent to them, but it's really pleasant. It's just like a very soft, sweet, vaguely sweet scent. And it's a lightweight gel lotion texture. And this just has a lot of glycerin in it, and it just plumps up the skin. Especially if you apply this on damp skin, that's when you really reap the benefits, and my skin loves this. It's been great for summer weather, fall weather, winter weather, even on super, super cold winter days. My skin, like I said, is like combo oily. My oil production is still quite strong. My only issue is in the wintertime, my face gets dehydrated from the changes in temperature and the dryness in the environment. But this year, I've really been able to kind of keep that at bay with just adding light layers of hydration. That has worked the best for me as opposed to doing really, really thick, heavy moisturizers. I need stuff that gives me a lot of water and hydration as opposed to really heavy, thick oils and waxes. This has personally been great for me year-round in multiple different environments and climates. But obviously, the winter has been mild, so perhaps if the winter is very, very, very cold, very, very aggressive, then that's when I would probably go back to repurchasing this just to have on hand for those super, super cold days. But for the most part, this is my new favorite year-round day and night moisturizer. I absolutely love everything about it. And this is another brand that I think is now at Sephora, which is super exciting. If you have more dry skin, if you're like normal to dry, they do have another moisturizer formula called Instant Angel that a lot of people seem to love. And fun fact, the cosmetic scientist that develops the formulas for Dew is the cosmetic scientist that developed the moisturizer for SkinCeuticals Triple Lipid Restore. So safe to say her magical moisturizer formulations really, really work for me. Wrapping things up with makeup, I have an empty, the By Terry Hyaluronic Hydra Powder. This has been my favorite loose setting powder for years and years and years, but over the past 6 or 7 months, I have found a replacement for it that I like even more. And this is the Florasis powder, the gorgeous peach blossom powder. And this is the translucent version. I also have a tinted version that I like to use in the summertime for just a little bit of added color. In terms of the texture of the powder, it's very, very, very similar to the By Terry. It's just that that's super, super finely milled, super thin silica based powder. I just really like the packaging of this. I like the fact that it comes with a powder puff and the inside here is a mesh. So it controls the flow of the powder, but it really gives you a good coating of powder. It has really great oil control. I would recommend it if you are somebody that gets quite oily in the T-zone. It sets, it blurs, it controls my oils, and I really enjoy this type of packaging. So if you were also a fan of the By Terry and if you used it up, I think you would enjoy the Florasis powder. I have a bunch of mascara empties here. I have a mascara primer, the Heroin Make Curl Keep Mascara Base. This is a great primer to help keep my lashes curled. My lashes are very vertically challenged and it's very hard for them to keep a curl. Not a lot of products work for me in that regard. So having this primer has helped mascaras just kind of help keep my eyelashes curled for longer. And then I used up another Tower 28 Make Waves mascara. This has been inconsistent, but I do love that this mascara doesn't smudge on me throughout the day, and it's really, really easy to remove just with water. So I really enjoy that about it. Then I used up the YSL Lash Clash mascara in the brown. Loved the color, really did not like this mascara. It did not work for me, didn't hold my curl, and it smudged. It was so weird. It smudged on me, but it was also hard to remove at night. It just didn't work for my particular eyelashes, but I know that this works for so many people. So just take that with a grain of salt, I guess. We all have different eyelashes and different struggles and concerns. This I really liked. This worked quite well. This was the Kill Lash Superproof Mascara Extreme Volume. This is a tubing mascara that was like tubing and also a volumizing formula. Has one of these standard bristle brushes. This was very, very good and super transfer resistant. No smudging, no flaking. Was pretty average at holding a curl. It wasn't bad. It wasn't as bad as the Lash Clash, but not as good as the next mascara that I'm going to show you. The new mascara in my life, the mascara that I'm wearing today, is so good. I've really been enjoying this for an everyday mascara, and it's the Judy Doll Iron Mascara in shade 02 Brown. Love the softness of a brown mascara. I think it's such a nice, soft and effortless look for every day. And this holds my curl beautifully. I mean, you can see here, my eyelashes are very vertically challenged. So this just beautifully holds my curl. It's not super volumizing, not super thickening. So this just gives a little bit of length, a little bit of separation, and really holds the curl. And it's got one of those interesting wands. It just has these ridges. It's a metallic tube with these ridges. So you can really get in there and lift your lashes. As I build it up, it can get a little bit clumpy. So once I apply this, I like to take a a spoolie and brush through my brows just to get any clumps out, but this holds a curl. The brown color is really nice as well. I think it's really soft and subtle. Yeah, I've been very, very impressed by this mascara. I bought it from Yes Style. Unlike with the Kill Lash mascara or the Tower 28, it doesn't just come off with warm water or a little bit of my oil cleanser. I do find that I need to use my eye makeup remover to take this off, but it does come off quite easily without any tugging. So I just soak my cotton pad with the eye makeup remover and I just leave it on my eyes for about 30 seconds and then just gently slide it off. I try to be as gentle as possible, not to tug too much. Even though I have to use a separate eye makeup remover, I haven't lost any eyelashes from it. Sometimes I find that some mascaras that are super, super long wearing, super heavy duty, when I remove the mascara, I also remove a lot of my eyelashes along the way, but I thankfully have not experienced that with this mascara. So I have one lip product empty and 2 lipstick declutters. Starting with the declutters, I'm finally letting go of my Lisa Eldridge Velvet lipsticks in the shade Velvet Fawn and Velvet Muse. I just never reach for these. I never reach for them. And they just make me feel guilty. They sit there making me feel guilty every time I look at them in my lipstick drawer. And then I get shamed into applying them and then I don't like the way they look on me. So I don't know if it's just because these are so old now that they just look so dry on my lips. I have to always put a gloss on top in order for me to like the way they look on me. And then if I gently, I don't know, I don't love it. I like the colors, but I don't love the way they sit on my lips. And I don't even know if it's because the formula just doesn't jive with my lips anymore, or these are just so old, they've just lost every morsel of moisture they once had. I bought them whenever they first launched, so they're definitely over 4 years old. And I just have other lipsticks that I like so much more. I'm ready to let them go. And if I miss them, if I feel compelled to revisit them at some point, I can always repurchase, but letting them go for now. I did use up my Make Beauty Serum Balm Intense in the shade Anti-Gravity. This was incredible. One of my favorite everyday My Lips But Better colors. So beautiful. I really, really love this formula. It's a very nourishing liquid tinted balm, and I would repurchase this in a heartbeat, but now I don't want to buy anything new. I kind of just want to go through what I have. So I'm determined to use up my Merit lip oils instead. I had another one that went bad. So that was just kind of like a reminder for me to enjoy these ones as much as I can before they go bad too. So I have the shade Au Naturel. That's just a really beautiful, again, another beautiful My Lips But Better color. Probably the most similar to Make Beauty Anti-Gravity, but I prefer the Make Beauty formula a little bit more. The Make Beauty is a little bit thicker and a little bit more plush, whereas the Merit lip oils are a lot thinner and more of that traditional lip oil feeling. And then I also have the shade Marrakesh, which I actually love wearing in the spring and summer. This is Merit Marrakesh, and then this is Au Naturel. Au Naturel is has a bit more caramel running through it. While it looks like this product has much more, the Merit actually contains more product. The Make Beauty is only 0.14 ounces and this is 0.23 ounces. A lot more product in the Merit as opposed to the Make Beauty, even though the Make Beauty has a much larger packaging. And that's about it for today's Empties and New Products video. If you've made it this far, give yourself a pat on the back because that was quite lengthy, quite a lot of products to go through. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I really appreciate you being here. I hope you're having a beautiful day and I will see you in my next video. Bye.